This is for my Instagram models, eating up the cake, watch it go right to your bottom. You should get a new job, holla at McDonald's. Listen when...
Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the most underrated sneaker channel on YouTube. Your words, not mine. Today, man, we're gonna take a look at the Nike Huarache Adapt.
You bet.
Is that what it's called?
Sick.
This is his pair, as you could tell. I'm 300% out on these. I cannot pull these off. My man Dal got them, so we can take a look at them here on the Most Underrated Sneaker Channel. If you do not know, my man Dal is co-host with me of the Most Underrated Podcast, which you can find twice a week here on the Most Underrated Sneaker Channel. Now, we are going to be doing the show live pretty soon, man. It's going to be more of a morning show format, 2-hour show, like 10 to noon or something like that, Mountain Time, so wherever you're at. And you guys can tune in live, man. You can join the conversation, comments, all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the next chapter of the Most Underrated Podcast is coming very soon, so keep it locked for that. But enough with all that nonsense, man. Let's jump into your shoes. First of all, Dal, what prompted you to buy this shoe at $350 retail?
Yeah, man, for me, $350 is steep. I wouldn't recommend anybody unless you're absolutely in love with these or just have to have them. For me, the first lifestyle. The first lifestyle self-lacing shoe. I had to have it. In the past, man, too heavy, too bricky, too performance-oriented. Didn't need them.
Right.
And at that price point, didn't want them. So, had to do it, man.
Let's jump right into it. I'll show you guys the box label here. You can see the 350 on there.
Ouch.
These are size 10. You did go true to size.
I absolutely went
Let's
true
just
to
talk
size.
about the sizing for a second. What would you say there?
True to size for sure for me. I'm a hard 10 and these fit perfectly. I do have a little tiny room in the toe, but if you are a wide footer, you might go up a half size. You would know that better than I, but traditional Nike sizing.
Cool. This is what the box looks like. It's a huge box. And can you imagine, I mean, this is a size 10. If we got these in a 12 or my size, bigger, this box, if you got a big foot, you're going to be getting a huge box with
It'd
these.
be over.
Comes in a cool box. It's the Nike, the white Nike box, and then you've got the 3M hits on the outside of the box, and those kind of mirror the charging pad here. Show them that charging pad. You see the two circles on the charging pad there as well. Boom, boom. You kind of got the same on the box, and those are the two circles that you actually set the shoes on to charge them. One cool thing that we tested with this, I have an iPhone XS, and I just was able to set it right on the charger. It charged right up, shows it's charging. If you have a Galaxy that does wireless charging or any of those phones, your Nike charging pad should charge your phone or your iPad or whatever else too. All right, so starting off here, man, you know my feeling on the shoe. I was very offended when I first saw this shoe because they called it a Huarache, and by looking at this thing, I mean, this is not how a Huarache looks. This looks like those Nike Duck shoes that they came out with earlier this year. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
The tent joints.
The Presto tints.
Yes.
Yeah,
this looks like those to me. I mean, it looks more like a Presto than a Huarache. You got the Presto kind of toe cap there. That kind of gives it more of a Presto look. I just don't see Huarache when I look at the shoes. And then I had to realize, like, all right, they're doing something completely different. If they're going to put auto lacing and stuff, they're going to have to change the silhouette of the Huarache in order to make that all possible. So with this not looking like a Huarache, that didn't deter you at all from buying the shoe? It wasn't like, this isn't a Huarache though.
Right? No, not at all. So I saw a couple different models. You mentioned the Presto, that front toe cap, definitely the Presto, and that's one of my favorites, right? Before Boost and all that. And I was a Huarache guy as well. So in 1991, when the original Huarache dropped, their intentions were to come out with a neoprene booty construction that really locked your foot in, right? That was kind of the concept.
Okay.
And then they had the lacing that allowed you to kind of have the customized fit based off of that. So that was the intention. So they brought that back, and this is kind of a more modern version, right? You've got the general booty construction. The booty in this was actually derived from a water ski. So the old intention. So
a water ski, like the thing you're standing on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
that's kind of why it's kind of got this look.
Okay, yeah.
And I also see kind of a water sock, right?
Sure.
Or like a booty.
Let's talk about materials. Breathability up top. It looks like this material up top looks similar to Prime Knit, like on a Boost shoe. It's a very, very breathable mesh, I would say. Does the shoe breathe well?
Man, it's incredible. I got to tell you. So I've tried on some of the BB Adapts, the basketball joints. I've even tried the original ones, man. And number one, they were really heavy.
Yep.
And number two, they were performance oriented, but the breathability was minimal at best. Okay. So with these, the breathability is one of the biggest pluses, I think, in this new design.
And the lightweight, right?
Yeah, and the lightweight.
And it being light. My God. That was what turned me away from when we got a chance to look at a pair of the Adapt BBs on the podcast a few months back when they dropped. And just picking that shoe up, I cannot imagine. And that thing wasn't my size either. It was like a size 10. I was like, if I got this in a 12, this thing would feel like I'm wearing concrete. I would look like Gronk last season when he was trying to make that tackle.
In Miami.
Tannehill will throw it. And this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Oh, look out! Gronkowski! Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle.
I would look like that wearing these because they were so damn heavy. I was like, how can someone play basketball in this shoe? And now we get these with the lifestyle. I'm still not up on the look, but I love the fact that the shoe is so much lighter than it ever was before. And now you're talking about comfort. You're saying it's really comfortable with the breathability. How is the cushioning in it?
The cushioning, yeah. So I would relate that midsole to a Presto midsole. Very comfortable. Doesn't have a lot of bounce, but has a nice cush. Very, very nice, man. I think another plus on this, on just kind of the look as we're talking about that, is Nike really intended to do minimal branding. As you would see, the 2 Nike hits on the front. You've got, the big Nike check on the side.
They said minimal. You got a big check there. You got a big check there. You got Nike on the back. We got Huarache on the thing. What are we talking about minimal?
Well, look, let's compare it to a 270, for example, right?
That's overkill, though. I mean, that's overkill.
So with the booty construction, they were allowing themselves to be able to have that benefit of doing the minimal branding. Sure, you got the big Nike on the back, and I think that's one of the most loved and hated portions of the shoe. The big Nike on the back.
And it's almost 3D. It pops out. There it is. Like, you can feel it. It's definitely, what is that, debossed?
Yeah.
So starting up top, as you kind of go down, you've got this tongue tab or pull tab here for the tongue. And then this is actually what I noticed on your feet. When you were tightening the shoe, this thing actually moved and got tighter. And then so do these laces on the inside. So you've got 2 pieces of very, very thin lace on the inside and outside. And it's kind of like that fly wire. That's how I would describe it. Like on the wire that's on the fly knits, this actually tightens and loosens, and that's what tightens and loosens the shoe. Is that correct? That's what I noticed. Kind of explain a little bit about the tech and how the lacing system works.
Yeah, you bet. So what they're calling this one with this specific model is the Fit Adapt system. Now, it's it kind of stands for its own, right? With the Fit Adapt, with the verbiage, right?
Yeah.
It's adapting to different environments, right? The objective of a lifestyle shoe, right? Are you running in it? Are you chilling in it? Are you moving in it? Are you working out in it? Now, some of those things I would or wouldn't do.
I was going to say, would you run in this shoe?
I would say a jog, yes. But am I running a marathon? Number 1, I never would. Number 2, I would in this shoe.
A jog, like meaning your dog got off the leash and you ran down to the end of the block.
I'm not going to walk the dog. I'm going to jog the dog. I would jog the dog in these for sure. But the Fit Adapt system, to get back to it, it was intended to be more versatile with the lifestyles that we all live, right? Within the app, not only do you have presets, of tightening and loosening these fits, but you also have your own customizable fits, so if it's almost like a sleep number, dude, for your feet, right? Sleep number. What's your sleep number? Mine's a 35. In my shoes, it's a 30.
Feet number?
A feet number. They certainly could. I'd put a patent on it. Again, customization is really what the Fit Adapt system is about. But the great thing about this system also, it has a learning system that kind of evolves as you use and wear the shoe as well.
All right, so speaking of all the tech, let's jump into the app. We'll kind of show you guys how the app works, how it tightens and loosens, and we can kind of show you some of the modes and everything you were talking about here.
All right, so first of all, we'll go ahead and adjust the right shoe, which you see there. I'll take it to my favorite number, which is 30, so you'll be able to actually see it, how it kind of compresses and tightens up. So there we go.
Boom.
Now we're tight on 30, ready to rock. That's kind of my chill zone.
So you just move that and it does both sides. It tightens the whole thing.
You got it. You got it.
This is your chill zone.
So then let's take that back down to 0.
Now that loosens it so you can get your foot out easy.
Get your foot out easy, ready to rock. Now, what you'll notice is I also have a little bit of customizability. So go ahead and face that to the camera. Let's go ahead and change some of those colorways. So currently, let's get some red action on there. Red doesn't
so you can change all the colors of the button?
Yeah. How about some bright crimson? You know what? I'm going to the club, man. I gotta get total orange, man. My alma mater. I'm going to a high school game, man. This is it, man. Tigers all day. All right, let's go to a laser orange. What do you know about an optic yellow? And then electric green. So you guys kind of get the point here. So I have these colors that I can change. The problem is they'll be that way, but only when you're adjusting do the colors come on. They're not going to stay on.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
So you're not changing the look of the shoe.
No,
gotcha.
Not at all. So that's just when you are adjusting it, when you are powering, when you're you know, whatever, powering up, powering down, you're going to see that color. And that's going to be the color.
Stupid question. The plus and minus on here, so is that just to loosen it a little bit?
Tension.
Without the app, you can just
manually do it.
Manually click once or twice
Yeah, go
or a
ahead
couple
and try
times. So you push this button on the side, the plus, and it gives me a little bit of tightness. And I want to loose.
A little bit.
A little bit of looseness. So that's pretty sick.
So you're not going to get locked out if you don't have your app rocking around.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense, which is pretty cool, right?
So if you're at the court, you're I don't know why you'd be balling in these, but if you were, you want to lace them up a little tighter. As Dow said, you want to get your race mode going. You just hold that down, or does it hold down? Does hold down. Wow. Interesting stuff. These are crazy, dude. 350's crazy, but these are crazy.
They can do a lot, man. You can also check your battery directly from the app. The downfall is we have to worry about our phones. We have to worry about all of our electronics.
Yeah.
I think it is kind of a pain in the ass to have to worry about your shoes being charged.
Well, have you tried, if you put your foot in these without the app or with the shoe dead, and you're like, oh man, they're dead, I can't tighten them up, would you be able to wear them? Or would they be like wearing unlaced shoes, like mad loose?
No, for me, because they're so true to size, if you stick with it, with that booty construction that we talked about, it kind of sucks your foot in, so you're good. You could actually do it. The only other thing I wanted to kind of show you was just my modes, right? So we can look at the modes. The two that I already have programmed is my move mode, like we said, right? I hit that, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to move, I'm ready to hit the streets, I'm ready to get it, right?
Nice.
Now, I go back to that chill, like, man, I just got home, dude, it was a long-ass day. Give me a little loose. And what that is it's half of what the other one was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So then if you wanted to go a little harder, you know, in the paint, whatever it is that you wanted to do, you know, you could magnify that. But from the move to the chill, it's half of what one would be from the other. So it's like, man, let me just kick my feet up. Monday Night Football's on. I got to get it going, man. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Little John Gruden. I think that's about all on these ones, man. There's not really much else that we haven't covered. If there's anything we forgot, please leave your questions in the comments down below. My man Dow Palantonio will come through and answer those for you. Anything more on these, Dow?
Good to go, man.
On that note, thank you guys for supporting everything we do. We love the shit out of y'all, and we'll see you fools tomorrow.
This is for my Instagram models. Eating up the cake, watch it go right to your bottom. You should get a new job, holla at McDonald's. Listen when I speak, baby, you can write a novel. The way I spit flows, put you in a pickle, cause I did it with no label. Got a crystal ball, but I need luck, cause I already got them pesos. It's simple, treat them like king codes, cause they only tryna copy me. Last I checked, you ain't some handsome devil with a college degree. But you think you can have your cake and eat it too? Well, tell me why these pretty women never leave with you. I even ask your mom and pops and they like we approve. That's why your girlfriend screaming out my name, I call that Beetlejuice. Cause I'm the one she choosing as her preference. Minnesota women show me love like I was Kevin. Pull up in your city, I can swear there's no exception. Get up in my Xbox cause I'm well connected. I know some people